Pole position, Michael O'Brien on the right-hand side. They've almost bump drafting already, making contact with the vehicle in front. But as they come back towards the gantry, the lights go out, and they now accelerate these diesel engine pickups down towards Cops Corner and out of my sight. Now, however quickly he cycles, I'm going to be surprised if Mark will be able to get to the Beckett's commentary box in time to describe his opening lap. So for the moment, with no TV pictures available to us, we can only imagine what's happening up there as they make their way through Maggots with his fast left-hander, then into the tight right-hander Beckett's and onto the Wellington Straight, where plenty of slipstream can go on. We can actually glimpse of them between the buildings looking across towards the end of the Wellington Straight as they're coming to our site properly at Brooklands, the exit of Brooklands. So here they come then, and most of the pack is bunched up, I think, as the leader has made a bit of a break. Yes, turning through Brooklands for the first time. Otherwise, they're all together. An unusual sight. There has been the past of the pickup truck championship many years ago for the T100. Somebody can see the ring, any sort of pickup truck racing in Silverstone. So through comes the leader, and it is number 94, Michael O'Brien, who already, as I say, made a break from Lewis Grant in second place. Michael will know Silverstone like the back of his hand already, I really think, having done a lot of testing around here. Lewis Grant is second. In third place is Matt Kelly. Fourth is number 11, Luke Waugh. Fifth is number 2, Harry Webb. Sixth is number 7, James Gornall, the 2008 British GT champion. And in seventh place, number 84, Gavin Pell. And Mark may now be back in the Beckett's box. No.
Just having made it back, absolutely, but still out of breath. So Michael O'Brien still continuing to lead the race. Lewis Grant there in second position, Matt Kelly in third place. Everybody wanting to be fourth at the moment by the look of things. And the car that sits there in fourth place, I think that's Harry Webb, isn't it, that's there in fourth place now?
Yes.
So, they are all pretty much nose together and side by side this time, as they head up towards Brooklands at the end of lap number 2.
Except for Michael O'Brien, who of course has made his break. So Michael led at the end of the first lap by a Porsche gap, 0.911 was the gap between him and the nearest pursuer, who is actually a bit close this time to the 24 Lewis Grant. A winner, first time out at Mexican, and therefore somebody who might be expected to take the race to young Michael, but Michael it is who leads over the line. Lewis Grant, number 24, second. Third is the Corbeau car of former production saloon star Matt Kelly, the number 42 car. Fourth is number 2, as you said, Mark, Harry Webb fourth, and James Gornall, the British GT champion, in car number 7, vehicle number 7, is fifth.
So here they come back towards me again once more. So James Gornall is looking to try and pull a move here if he can. The top 3 having got away from Harry Webb, who's there in fourth place, and James Gornall is now through into fifth position, dives up the inside of the Chandlers machine, car number 84, and that is Gavin Pell, and has taken the place away at this stage. So the lead 3 just starting to break away. It's fourth onwards that's all still rather tasty to say the least, and the widest truck that's out there at the moment is Harry Webb. He's got a queue of fellow competitors queuing up behind him yet again.
Right, so yes, Michael O'Brien's lead was 0.911 at the end of the first lap. It was reduced to 0.692 at the end of the second lap, and it's reduced by even more now as they come through Luffield. Lewis Grant very definitely putting the pressure on the leader as they came through Brooklands. Now they're coming out of Luffield. There's about 1 pickup length between the 2 of them as they come through complete lap 3 in this first of our 3 racing days, just over 15 minutes. Matt Kelly falling away a little in third place. So the race is on now between the top 2. Matt Kelly third, fourth number 2 Harry Webb, fifth James Gornall, number 7, and in sixth place number 84 is Gavin Pell.
Yeah, the big loser on that lap was Matt Smith, truck number 89, who lost, what, 3 places?
Yeah, down to 8.
So down to 8th position for Matt. As for our race leader, well, he's certainly being reeled in now, getting ever closer to him. Inching up all of the time is Lewis Grant. So the fight is on for the lead of the race. Now Matt Kelly, equally as much in third position, is coming under a little bit of pressure because he's got Harry Webb sitting directly behind him. There's a big moment for truck number 22 that had several attempts at trying to gather it all up, but Simon Waugh's facing the wrong way at the moment in the middle of the circuit on the exit of Beckett. Should get the truck turning around the right way and back into the race, but he's dropped to last.
Yes, you can hear that, the fast wheel as he's gone round. So the first 2 together now, and then the next is getting a bit like Mini Coopers. In fact, Mini Coopers is where Lewis Grant comes from, got Mini Coopers race. And he's in second place at the moment behind the single-seater racer, Michael O'Brien, coming to then complete the fourth lap. And then the gap back to third place, Matt Kelly, who was a clear third early on, but is now right up behind him is number 2, Harry Webb. He's not going to make a move going into Cops Corner, but certainly he's positioning himself to be past, I would have thought, at the end of the racing straight on this lap, just aside, which is lap 5.
Let's have a quick look here. They go 2 for the lead, then the gap, before we see Matt Kelly, Harry Webb and Co that sit behind. So in towards the braking area for Beckett's they come. Still the order of the top 2 remains the same. Matt Kelly coming under an ever-increasing amount of pressure from Harry Webb, who is bringing with him as well James Gornell, the former British GT champion, who is there. Matt Smith lost another place there. No, he's gained one back. He's managed to get himself back ahead of Glenn Broster there. So we're shuffling the order up to 7th now for truck number 89, down to 8th for Glenn Broster, former Ginetta racer.
That's right, the GT Cup and the British GT Championship, Glenn Broster. Matt Smith also somebody who's racing British GT, and as Mark said, he's gained one place at fellow GT racers, Glenn Broster's expense. Right, so the leading 2 cars coming through the field. And second place, Lewis Grant, about a length behind, a pick-up length behind the leader, Michael O'Brien, who's coming through for the 5th time. In fact, I would say that Lewis Grant dropped back a little bit on that lap. The next 3 cars are together. We've seen that change to 3rd place. So Harry Webb up into 3rd place now, number 2. Matt Kelly down to 4th. James Gornell right behind them in 5th place. And still in 6th place is number 84, Gavin Pell, ahead of Glenn Roster, back ahead of Matt Smith.
They keep chopping and changing and chopping and changing. Great racing. Not seen these before. Didn't catch them at Snetterton, but they really are impressive, I've got to say. So here they come, up towards the braking area for Beckett's. This is lap number 6 at the moment. Was ever still Michael O'Brien leading the race. We saw him claim a 2nd, a 3rd and a 7th place in the first 3 races that took place at Snetterton. But the car that's queuing up behind him at the moment, Lewis Grant, he managed to claim a win in a couple of the races at Snetterton and also finished 2nd, so he's been solid throughout every single round so far this year, and he's looking good here, isn't he, in 2nd place?
Yes, looks like at least 2nd, possibly 1st, depending on whether you can sort out Michael O'Brien, who's very much on home turf here at Silverstone, and 2 in the lead, because the gap has a couple of pickup legs down, 1st and 2nd, and next, if they work together, of course, Matt Kelly, which is both Matt Kelly and James Gordon actually, before he became a GT racer, was successfully Formula Renault cars, so hasn't done much racing recently, except he won the BMW Compact Cup last year. So James Gordon, a quick driver, and may be able to do something about the 2 ahead by using his experience gained from years gone by.
Yeah, James Gordon, was it John Barnes, wasn't he? Won the British
Yes, right, yes.
Yeah,
Dodge Viper,
Dodge Viper, yeah. And so here they come up towards Beckett's once more, pair for the lead. Now it looks as though we have got Harry Webb there in 3rd position, still with Matt Kelly tucked up behind him. Matt Kelly might get a better run coming out of the corner this time, but no, he opts to try and sit behind Harry Webb, pick up a bit of the toe. Harry hugging, understandably so, the left-hand side of the circuit to ensure that Matt Kelly won't have the inside line for Brooklands, but then moves from the left of the circuit over to the right. So that might give Matt Kelly the opportunity, if he's brave on the brakes, to have a go on or up towards Brooklands for the 7th time.
Right, looking across then towards Brooklands, the 2 white vehicles in front, and nearly side by side. Matt Kelly, however, still having to settle for 4th place, settle them up to the in 4th place. So we've got to be on the podium. So as they come out of the field, those 3, I think, are gradually keeping themselves a little bit closer to the top 2. Michael O'Brien comes through there in the lead for the 7th time, followed by Lewis Grant, and then it is Harry Webb, Matt Kelly and James Gornell in that trio in 3rd, 4th and 5th places. Then we've got another trio, not that much further back, then Roster, Matt Smith, and number 11, Luke Ward, who started on the 2nd row, but is down at the moment in 9th place.
And Natalie Bird's now fallen towards the tail end of the field, and 4 laps from her last time through saw her lose something like about 23 seconds somewhere on the circuit. Lock brakes from the truck in 2nd position as he tries to get it anchored up, and Lewis Grant is now right up on the terms with the race leader yet again, Michael O'Brien. They're as close as they've been for the last lap or so. They were, what, 0.5, 0.6 of a second your part of the circuit. There was half a truck length at the exit of Beckett's corner. So it's 2 for the lead, then there's a gap, and then there's a little trio, which is Harry Webb, Matt Kelly and James Cornell, all busy beavering away with 5 minutes just over of the race to go.
And Matt Kelly has the fastest lap now last time around. Leaders nose to tail. That's the slopest they've been since the start of the race, I would say. So it is still Michael O'Brien leading, but Lewis Grant is absolutely there, and that trio behind have split to good effect, and they're now working their way up onto turns to the top 2, so almost, not quite yet, but we're getting to the point of the big 5 in the leading group. So coming through Woodcote, across the timing line, Michael O'Brien from Lewis Grant, and then Webb, Kelly and Cornwall are the next 3 through. Webb, Kelly and Cornwall in 3rd, 4th and 5th places. And then Pell, he's the only one having a lonely race, isn't he, really, in 6th place, number 84.
But off and into the gravel up at Cops Corner, we have lost one, and let's have a quick look. In fact, we might have lost 2 possibly. Up towards me it is Harry Webb that leads. It's James Gornell in 2nd place with Matt Kelly trying to squeeze his way up the inside. There's contact between the front end of Matt Kelly's car and sort of midway down James Gornell's truck. That sort of unsettles the 2 of them. Both continue. I think there was an apology from Matt Kelly on the exit of the corner, but we've got waved yellow flags at Cops because it looks like Michael O'Brien and Lewis Grant have both come to grief somewhere.
Well, it must be Cops, yes, because as we've said, we can't see.
I can only see one car. I'm not sure where the other one sort of appeared, but just later on.
Okay, well, we've got a yellow flag at Woodcote being waved. Can't see any vehicle. I can't pick up any vehicle. Right, so how much longer have we got? We've got 1 minute to go. And on his own in the lead now is number 2, Harry Webb. James Gornell is 2nd. Matt Kelly is 3rd. Those 2 cleared together. 4th is 84, Gavin Pell. 5th is Glenn Brosser, number 15. 6th is 89, Matt Smith. 7th is number 11, Luke Waugh. In 8th place is number 10, Jonathan Provost. So no sign, you had no sign of either, obviously, of Michael O'Brien and Lewis Grant.
Yeah, well, I can see Michael O'Brien's truck. That's the truck that I can see in the gravel trap. I had to peer through the binoculars to pick out the number on the side of it. But as for Lewis Grant, unless it's directly behind it, and you know, it's Michael O'Brien's machine that's obscuring it, I have no idea where he might possibly be. So Harry Webb leads. The battle for 2nd is most certainly on, as James Cornell is having to defend here from the number 42 truck in the hands of Matt Kelly, the Cobra seat prepared machine, with the 2 3/4 minutes remaining.
Yes, the yellow flag's now in down here below. And side by side for 2nd place, as Matt Kelly tries to make his way through on the inside to take 2nd place from James Gornell. But James Gornell just hanging on to very experienced and successful drivers in years gone by. James Gornell then has the inside lines. They come through Woodcote, but Matt Kelly is coming up alongside him as they go over the timing line. Exchange again, wing mirrors almost as they go over the line. They were absolutely level. Let's see what the timekeepers say about that. 27 thousandths of a second in favour of Matt Kelly was the situation they reckon over the timing line, but they're one behind the other. I think the Corbo car is back up ahead of James Gornell as they go through Cops Corner. So Matt Kelly 2nd.
Indeed it is, yeah. Matt Kelly back up into 2nd position, which means that James Gornell at the wheel of the SERE Belfast machine is down into 3rd position with, a minute and 50 seconds on the clock. They'll be heading past me for the penultimate time this time through, with Harry Webb on course for what would be victory number 2 of the season. If Matt Kelly can hang on to 2nd place, that of course would be his best result of the season so far. He had a troubled weekend at Snetterton with 2 non-finishes and a 5th place, with James Cornell looking to draw himself alongside on the run towards Brooklands for the penultimate time.
Yes, James is debuting the championship in the race at Snetterton, so it's James Gornell having his first outing in these pickups, and at the moment he's having a go to try and retrieve 2nd place, but Matt Kelly has been around the block a few times, knows how to look after himself, and back in a few races for the British Touring Car Championship the early outing. And so there he is at the moment in 2nd place, over the line and onto his last lap goes Harry Webb. Matt Kelly 2nd, James Gornell 3rd. In 4th place is still the British War, Gavin Pell. Then Roster, Matt Smith, and in 7th place, number 11, Luke Waugh. Jonathan Provost, number 10, in 8th place. So Harry Webb with a 2nd place for Lewis Grant, a 3rd place for Lewis Grant and Michael O'Brien, and a win at Snetterton. So he's been on every place on the podium. He's now going to be back on top of the podium, having been closing up on the leaders when they tangled, or however they managed to do that. And waiting for them to appear for the final time. There is Harry Webb, and running wide there, James Gornall. I think an assist from Matt Kelly, I suspect. But anyway, James Gornall ran wide on the outside of the combo car of Matt Kelly as they came into Brooklyn. And as they come up to the flag, way at number 02, Harry Webb wins. Second is Matt Kelly. Third is number 7, James Gornall. Fourth is the Chandlers car, number 84, of Gavin Pell, who's come up from the fifth row of the district in fourth place. Fifth place goes to 15, Ned Rosser, who stays ahead to the end of number 89, Matt Smith, who's in seventh place, number 11, Luke Waugh, and in eighth place, number 10, Jonathan Provost, and the remainder, well, we had number 22, Simon Waugh, spinning up at Beckett partway through the race, so he comes to a delayed ninth, and also having problems, but which must have been a couple of tournaments, actually see it happen either of us. Natalie Byrne, number 9, will take 10th place. So the two retirements, the two leading cars that didn't pick up for much of the race. Harry Webb comes from near Snetterton, in fact, from Bungay, Norfolk. And is racing this year in the Formula 4 Championship, British Formula 4 Championship. Last year, raced in the 750 Motor Club Formula League Championship for the Volkswagen Power Single Seaters, and also before that. So this is only his second full season of car racing. Before that, he raced karts. And by virtue of keeping out of trouble and going very quickly, has won the first of Silverstone's SsangYong Musso Racing.